All right. Welcome, everyone. It is time, I believe, to be up and running because I think we have reached the bottom. That's right. King Cat says it's time to get on here and start showing you things. And I think we're right here at 860. Going to turn my volume down so I don't get that loop I hear happening. There we go. And hopefully everybody can hear me. And hey, hope you had a great evening yesterday. And I feel good about where we are right now to be buying in. And as a matter of fact, the reason I wasn't on just a second ago is because I just filled at 861. And so I feel like we are at this number in several ways. There's 6 here, we got this going on. And I've just seen the resistance at this level already so many times. And folks, it sure isn't 806, is it, or 808? It's 860, 861. This is where I told you to put your orders in yesterday because it was going to be the bottom, 861. Feel like it is today. So thank you for being here with me. I appreciate it. Yep, we are. It's quiet around here again now. It's very quiet. Maisie has kept the house full of sounds and things for quite a while now, and but now she's back home. And well, let's get on with the show here. Let's get this display capture up underneath here, and let's find my page here. We're going to shrink this me down some here. Don't need to be so highlighted. Me, boop, get me out of here. There we go. That's better. Now we're going to put this page over here where we can see it on this one there. And that way I don't have to keep looking away. And then here in my live stream, I'm going to move it over to this one. Boom, like that. There we go. So if you're going to join in with me, I want to thank you for being here this morning. Good morning, fellow cats. Is what I'm going to say to you all today. Yep. And I think we are indeed at the very bottom here. So that's why I wanted to come on. I'm also looking at RBT. Just picked up some of that at 50 cents. So that was a good buy there. I'm up on that one already. Down a smidge on my buy here on SOFI, but that's no concern to me. I do not expect this thing to tank. There's no reason for it to do so. But I went ahead and went in, and I thought it was a good time because I've seen how resilient this stock has been, and I'm not concerned about a 20% loss or drop from this right here. And I'm also not concerned about the headlines that they're showing here in the finance home. Well, thank you for being here with me. And if you do decide to hang around a little bit, I got a few things to show you. Let me see if I can open this up a little bit because it seems as though I used to be able to thank people and hearts and likes and all kinds of stuff over here on the right side of the screen. And that now I'm not being able to do that. There we go. It's back. Boom. Hey, look at that. I got it back where I can see it. Yay. All right. So that actually worked. There we go. Okay. Thank you for being here, everybody. I want you to thank you for tuning in. And what we're looking at is SOFI's low. All right. How low will it go? I think we're there. That's why I came on right now. You folks know here's the headline: Stocks slide as worries about inflation revive. Who's doing that? They just said here 2 days ago inflation was cooling, or 4 days ago inflation was cooling. So who manufactures these headlines to shake people out is what I want to know. What will be the reason tomorrow? What will be it the next day? You can see right now, here's the price, 857. I'm here on the 1 day chart. I'm looking at the volume and watching it close. You can see right here from this main page, if it's back over here to SOFI on the main page. We'll get right over there again. Boom. Joop. So there it is. Boop. I like to keep this on my main page. But yeah, there's always a reason. There's Disney must nail a turnaround. Okay. Yeah, SoFi down a whopping almost 2%. So yeah, good entry point right here, folks. You can see what they use right here. Look at all the money they're dumping in here. Almost 6 million shares already, folks. This thing's gonna go off, Spartacus. Man, good afternoon to you. Hey, I see you, and look at that. I can give you some hearts. Yeah, man. Good afternoon, Spartacus. Yes. Glad to see you here. Yes, indeed. I'll put that in here. Boom. There we go. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for being here with me, the ones that tune in here on a daily basis. I know there's several that come by here and visit and see what I'm talking about. Looking at some stocks today that I told you about yesterday. One of them that I bought besides SoFi was this one here this morning, RBT. Folks, when this thing's down 9%, you need to pick it up. I'm going to show you here. Look at this 5-day chart. So look at this. All right, here's where we are, and look at this thing, how much it will move. All right, to 56 cents from here. And folks, I'm telling you, this thing doesn't stay down when they try to hammer it down because there's too many people here. Statistics show too many inside owners of this stock. All right, too many that are going to give support when it starts to be bashed down. So that's my feeling about it. I told you they use this information in use of them. Yes, yep. I told you they use the information in use of them. Yep. Okay. And here we go. I'm showing you these statistics because look down here. Insiders, folks, hold 63.49% of this stock. All right. So be aware of that. That's a lot of the CEOs, the chief, all the VPs, and all the people that work there are buying the crap out of their own stock because they believe in their company, and so are the institutions, folks. 82% held by institutions, folks. This is the best buy of the day for me. Tyler says, uh, King Cat says, best buy of the day, RBT. SoFi is a very good buy right here as well. Look at him coming on after it, trying to scare everyone out at 10:30 in the morning, folks. And this should be no big surprise. SoFi is not going to fall to the collapse to the bottom of the earth. All right, just get in when it gets to the lowest low. I'll be buying more for sure. I got where I thought it would be. I'm going to get where it is, the low of the day. My Argo's looking good. RBT, like I said, you cannot beat it at this price. Go ahead, pick some of that up if you would, if you can. Some people can't, including Spartacus. AMC is doomed. Uh-oh, AMC. Oh my God, what the heck? 109 a share now, folks. Really, what it amounts to is 109 a share. This stock's going to be around $3 a share because they did a 10-for-1 split to get it over $10. It was a massive split to try to get it over $10 because they needed to maintain that to keep interest by the bigger institutions and so forth. So, but now they made that move. Boy, you gotta vacate quickly when that happens. And you hopefully did. Hopefully you did. But I'd say right here, another place to come in, make another entry, 850, 855. I know how much they were in love with 955, that's for sure. Boy, howdy, when it was in the nines, they held their 955 was like the line we couldn't cross. And everybody kept saying, oh, when will this ever beat 955? And then it was at, 1170. And it'll be there again, folks. You just got to wait for the news. Just wait for the catalyst and accumulate on these lows each day, folks. Just keep buying on these lows. All right. That's all you got to do. Just keep buying on the lows. Boom. Say goodbye to that. Coming over here. Let's look at some of these other picks. We've got AUPH. This has been one we're keeping an eye on, one that was brought up by Spartacus here. I'm going to take a look over here. We also have U, which is making a nice little move today. We're looking at that's the longer term chart. That's the year chart. But U down and ready to be maybe a good point there on the 1 day to get in some more on that double bottom. Yes, indeed, AMC. Well, what was their news? Disney AMC stock falls after movie chain announces share sell. Oh no. 40 million. Uh-oh. Yep, public share offerings will get you every time. Usually this is about the average amount, 20% drop on a public share offering for AMC. Well, what a tricky little move, huh? To do a 10 uh 1 for 10 split to get your price back over $10 and then do a share offering while you got it over 10, huh? Cha-ching. For them anyway, their shareholders getting absolutely massacred, and that just goes to show how so often those in charge care little to nothing about anybody investing in their company. It's all about me and all about them. And then another thing too about this, folks, is that this is uh, this is not going to be happening. Anything like this could be happening to the stock you're holding here, SoFi. All right. Even though we're seeing it being taken down a little bit here today, it's a good buying opportunity to buy more, and I will. I'm just going to wait for the very bottom wherever they try to get that to. I don't see a number favorite to them here. From here, it's tough to find one because usually the numbers they like are 33, 31. There's not much between that and 50, 61, really. 49 can be one, so we might see that as a good entry point. Cookies code, good morning. Yes, indeed. All right. And I have a way to actually say Europe is on fire. I think they go I the internet. Spartacus, Europe is on fire, he says. I think they go hike the internet. Wow. Jeepers creepers. What do you mean? I have to get a little clarification on that, Spartacus. Yep. Good morning to you. Cookies code 51. Thank you for joining in while we're here at the bottom. That's why I came up today here trying to buy some here. SOFI at the very bottom on the day. And a good place to accumulate. We are accumulating at 789, so why wouldn't we accumulate at 850 or 852? So I'm buying here. Uh-huh. All right. Yes. And folks, I want you to know this. This is my belief here that all we're having going on here is the same thing we've been having is accumulation on these days when they run it down in the morning. And I want to look at something here. Let's go over here to this bookmark I have. Bookmark. Okay, here we go. SOFI, institutional shareholders. I like to keep an eye on that. Yep. Spartacus says ECB will raise interest rates. Oh boy. Well, there's a worry about inflation, I guess. Today there was the headlines in the news of bringing the stock market down today was somebody's got fears of inflation. And that's odd because a week ago they were saying inflation was cooling. So I don't know who pushes these headlines to make these things to go wherever they want them to. But folks, this little rundown the day on fears of inflation, it's just a manufactured headline. All right, so there we go. RBT now dropped below 50 cents in a very, very, very good place to be accumulating. RBT would be my suggestion. Now I'm going to go over here to the summary page and I want to see what would be a cause, if any, for them to actually be dropping it. And my suspicion is none. There is no news. This is just a work down, but they don't stand by and let these things get dropped. Business Wire. Rubicon Technologies provides further details on purchase of Yorkville note. August 30th, well, they purchased something else. So, folks, be careful. I would say get in on this one here because I know that the people that represent this company and stand behind it are the insiders, and they don't let 10% drops stay. Okay, they take it right back up. And if you want to see what I mean, look at the 5-day chart. You can see when they brought it down to here, look where it went right back up to. Because there's too many insiders that hold positions in this company. It's a great buying opportunity here. I would say get in on it. Spartacus, I was about to reach 8.5 on SoFi, but I won't be able to 8.3 today. If this gets worse, the dollar is strong. Okay. Yep. Well, I don't think we're going to see that, first of all. Looking at one of your calls, AUPH. Let's go over here in SoFi. All right, there's the bottom, folks. There's the bottom right there. Now be cautious here because this is where you buy. I only bought when it was here 50. All right, I didn't go in and buy 1,000 shares. I bought 50 shares of it, and I also bought some RBT this morning, and I bought it where it is now, right here. So I think it's a good place to get in, and that's why I'm suggesting that one. Looking across at some others, these are some good ones called out by our friend Spartacus overseas. Orlando's his actual name, and here we see another one he called, which was U, and that's Unity Software up today, and they've already hit a much higher high. But folks, they're just being moved around a little here during the pullback, and they'll go on up. AMC slaughtered down over 20%. Stop loss is getting triggered right now, folks. Look at here. This is a BTI. Very little movement on this, 0.5%, but one also brought up by our friend overseas. INTC, another one we got an eye on. It looks like to me on the verge of about to go green. No worries there. Here's another one that was picked out, SLG. I'm tracking all these, just want to keep an eye on them. Not a major mover, but many of these, again, are ones that do pay dividends. Don't know if that one does. Let's go over here. HASI. This has been a good mover over the last couple of days. Very good. I'm watching UPST and RBT here. This is not going to stay at this price. You saw what happened off of this low here, 49 something before. They've retained that before, and it went up to 57, folks. And this can be easily done when you have so many inside owners and institutions involved. Trust me, I like RBT right here. It's my best pick of the day for all of you that are here. RBT. Get some there. Buy 50, watch a while. If it goes up a little, buy 50 more, watch a while, it goes up a little. I mean, this thing is so cheap, you can afford to do that. There's the bottom, folks. That's definitely it. 852. If you got in, ring it. I'm going to go ahead and pick up some more right here. Just give me a second. Got to make a little bit of money here. And I appreciate you being here with me. I see we got 8 viewers here with us right now, and we're checking out some of these ones that you might be able to pick up on the very bottom. One of them being AMC here, and you can see it is down 20% on news that they did a share offering, public share offering of 40 million shares. Isn't that sweet of them to do? Right, folks, we're going to take every 10 shares and give you one for them, and that'll get our price back up over $2 to like $12. And then when we do that, or it would take it maybe close to 20. Yeah, one for 10 would at $2 would put them close to 20. And I think they were around $1.90 when they did that. So it was around 19. Look at that. Now they're at 10.91 because after they got it up there over 10, then they did a public share offering. Golly, what a genius group that is to not give a dang about. And there you can see bottom was called at 10.91, folks. I would pick some of that up too if you want, because I think it's going to regain. They'll make a counter. They'll make a counter move after this. It'll see some growth, and that's a good price on it, I would suppose. Just don't buy a whole lot. And there you can see now, SoFi right on up, 854. Thank you for coming in with me if you are, because now's the time. Spartacus bought some more PFE, averaging in the low of the year. Okay. I just got to fill an order here for 100 shares. I'm going to do it here on this one at 100. Place it. See where I get. My guess is going to be 854. And I filled at 854, and that was good because it just popped. There it is. That's probably my order. There's 853, and I don't care because this thing's going up. My opinion. So I'm going to stay in my belief of that. And but hey, I want to let you know, folks. There's been some interesting things that are going on across the whole prospectus, and some very good articles out there. I pointed some of them to you the other day that were being put out on YouTube right now, and I hope you did take a look at some of those that I mentioned that you should. We're going to take a look. Let's see here, and I want to take a look at PFE right now to see where it is. See where it is. Is it at the very bottom? We'll have to go over here and look. We've got plenty of SoFi ones up. Let's do this one. RBT right here. Come on, folks. 11% down. Jump in. Get some of that right there. I'm telling you, it's been worked down by a purposely, and it's going to go up just the same equal amount within 2 days. That's my call on that one. UPST is approaching the bottom as well. Watching for a bottom on that. Let's go over here. PFE. Pfizer. Like Pfister Flossus. Update 1 Moderna says updated COVID vaccine is effective against the newer variant. Very good, all you who've got the new one. You're good against the next one. Why don't you sell, Spartacus? Why don't I sell? Well, I do sell, but I sell on a catalyst on the stocks I own. So I just accumulate each day at the lows, and then or am I paying for my time here somehow? Yeah, I get paid for my time here. For one way I get paid is that the others are sharing the information that I'm putting up here about this great company, SoFi, with the world. And I believe that anybody that I can encourage to come in obviously benefits everyone's interest who is here, because I don't think a lot of people realize what the potential is of this company. That's all. So, and I'm not in a hurry. I am basically retired. This is what I do for fun, and I enjoy each time when I can pick a bottom that I did pick the bottom, and I enjoy making money. And I'm going to wait until SoFi announces an not just this IPO that they're involved in now. That's a good announcement for them. That's another great way for them to bring in institutions and interest and get headlines I like that they stay in the news by doing things like this, but also I'm waiting for them to actually do a spinoff announcement of their other company that they own, and we'll see how that works out. But I think Galileo is going to be spun off, and then I think that will really send this thing because I don't know if you saw it, but one of the stocks I was following last week, they announced a spinoff, and the price went up 75% that day. So I'm not saying otherwise, but losing what you can earn, even when you buy cheaper and can buy more. Yeah, I understand. But like I said, I'm patient. I'm more patient. See, there's a rule, and I've taught this to some of my followers here that come along and watch me on my channel, and that is that the stock market is nothing more than a tool for the transfer of funds from the impatient to the patient. And SOFI, by the way, I bought this stock at $4 and something, Spartacus. $4.66 is when I came in and got most of my 5,000 share core. But then I had gotten up to over 7,500 shares when I sold it at 1170. So I sell, but I didn't sell at 1170, as I told everybody that was here with me. I sold at 1166. So um, I sell when I see big moves in stocks because they come and they go, and they'll do that about 4 times a year, generally speaking, as a rule. You'll see a 20 to 30% news pop, and I take advantage of those right there. That's what I sit and wait for. I'm an opportunist and I'm patient. And that's how I make the big money. When you're buying at $4.66 and you're selling at 1170, you're doing all right. And by the way, the less that I go in and out selling, the easier it is for my accountant. I've come to determine. So uh, they appreciate me being a little bit wet, but yeah, yeah. Oh, and by the way, I know what you mean too. Yeah, you remove splinters. But quite frankly, I don't have any splinters. Every single stock that I bought that I told people to go into 2 months ago are up over double where I told them. So I don't have any splinters. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people do, and I know one of them is one we have here, Shaniza, that has an investment in this at over $10, and it'll get there again. I keep reassuring it's going to be a long time. You just have to be patient. And even there you go, 849. That'd be a number where I'd want to buy more. So I'm going to right now. Let me just hop aboard here, pick up some more. Like I said, I buy at the bottom, right? So that's what I'm doing. And look at the whole market. The Dow's down at 151, the Nasdaq down. I mean, I haven't refreshed this page here in a little bit, but I'm certainly buying here. Reuse order, but I'm going to reduce the size from that 100 to only 50. Place it. I want 848. I'm going to go try and get 848 as I got a limit order in at 848. Now, if it doesn't get that, I'm okay with it, but I like that number. Everybody knows I like 848. And I'm trying to get the bottom of the day, and you can see it's at 849 now. So that's how I achieve that. I just put a limit in at 848, see if I catch it. And not now. I'm going to go ahead and do a market for 20 shares though at 849 because I don't care whether I get the 848 or not that much. At least I can get 849, which is the low today. Uh-oh, and it's already jumping, folks. Did you see that jump to 851? I'm going to try it anyway. I got it loaded in at 849 now, and it isn't going to fail. Well, these when they get to these levels, people know what they mean and they come in. I mean, you'll see the volume come in here and this thing will push off this number in my belief. Ah, darn. Sitting here blabbing away and didn't even get to 840. There it is. I hope that was me. Yes, I got it. And I might even get the 848 here as yet. There it is. Yes. All right. Okay. Well, now what does that mean? We got to put in a limit for 847, right? Let's see if we can get that. There it is. Place it, man. Filled at 847. Cha-ching. I love this. Folks, we are doing well. Thank you for being here with me. I am telling you here and now that because I don't see any news whatsoever, SOFI Technologies is attracting investors' attention. Here's what you should know. That is That was a rewrite here by Zacks, so they're long. SOFI, Unlocking the Future of Finance. Here we go. Another great article has come out 17 hours ago. Here we go. SOFI is more than student loans. Instacart IPO proves it. Folks, this is why we're seeing this drop here today. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised by this. When things start popping, this starts dropping, doesn't it? Every single time when news is popping, it starts dropping. Golly, I'm going to do a market share here. I don't care. I'm going to try and get some more. I think I just saw 846, and that's going to, let's go see. Did I see that? But hey, I'm not concerned other than just buying. I want to make sure I get the low of the day. Spartacus, I have my order at 833 on SoFi. Okay. Well, that could be the number they will go for because, like I said, when you get to this, that will be their next destination. Is my guess that number? But this is probably going to be the end of their trip. I'm afraid because to me, I can see the size of the buys here, and I'm looking at 7,840,850, 17,000 shares there to jump it to 850. I mean, how does it go from that lower? I buy more market here. I'm going to do 10 review order and place it. Filled at 849. Filled at 849. I'll take it. Nice. All right, let's keep going here. We're just going to keep putting market shares in here while it's at this. I like to just nibble at it and keep going at that. I'm going to reuse that order. Market share order here. Hey, thank you for being here with me. Heirloom cedar, down day, all day, buy day. That's right. That's why I'm sitting here buying right now. I'm sitting here with my tablet in my hand. I got it plugged in so I don't lose power, and I'm buying. I'm buying here for sure. This number means good things to those people. 303. So I'm afraid, Spartacus, that number you're shooting for, and I'm looking here at the volume again, 7,880,000, and there's a lot of little ones coming in. Bought some LEG in the lows of the year. Okay, didn't look at that one. That's a new one. Down day all day. I hear you, Heirloom. I hear what you're saying, and everyone is down. But this is when you buy. This is when Warren Buffett pulls the trigger. I guarantee you, this is typical of his behavioral pattern. Buy low, sell high, and the same as catfish. I was asked earlier here by Spartacus why I don't sell. I do sell, but I sell when they're big pops, and I see them. And the last one was when this went from $4.45 to 10.23. I sold, and then after that pullback from 10.23 and back down in this 7.87, I bought. And then it went from there all the way to freaking 11.70, and I sold at 11.66. Many of you were here right when I did it, and I told you that'd be a good number to get out. Be careful, 1166. And what did I tell you about getting out on this one 3 days ago? 870. I told you 887 was where I put in my sell orders if I were you, and that is the number that it hit. 887 exactly. And many of you got out there too and made some good money, and maybe getting back in now, freaking 40 cents less, right? That's a good move. Gotta like that when you're jumping in 40 cents less than you got out. And right now you can see the line of resistance has been drawn. The line in the sand, big time, 848, 849. Congratulations if you're buying some more. I'm going to look at LEG now. We're looking at some others here. You got a good entry at PFE there. Good move, I think. All right, LEG, Leggett and Platt Incorporated. Okay. High yield dividend king, and things have gotten worse. Leggett and Platt Incorporated trading at a 27% discount. Okay. Well, it's obviously way down. And look at this. Yes, right on. You can see it there, $33 down to 20. This thing's very, very bottoming. Now, be careful this one. Watch out. Because sometimes when people see a level of support here fail, they get real scared and they just say, I'm done. And more people can make that just fall even further. But I do see, looking back over the history of the 1 year, that this drop amount where you're seeing, where are you, from 28.20 down to 26.80, so that's what $1.50 range. Is that typical? Let's see what this one was. 31.20 down to 28. That's 3 something. See, so some of these takedowns can be more in this one here. You can see 33 almost all the way down to 30. So those are $3 drops. My man Spartacus, I'm telling you, stay on my dividend sometime. I'd want to buy. Okay. I would wait until this thing was at $25, to be honest with you, because these drops that I'm seeing are repeatedly these numbers from 32 down to 30. That was a $2 drop. This one 32 dropped all the way to 28. It's a $4 drop. This one from $30 all the way to 27.50. That's a 350 drop. And this drop right now I've only seen so far from 28 to 20 to where you are. So be careful when it drops. I see people get scareder and scareder of this, and the volume is very low on that. So I'd be cautious. Then again, it's going to be low. It's priced at 26 bucks. There you go, relative. I'm looking at my SOFI now. I'm going to see where it is. 847. Okay, hanging out there right where I got the low. I'll do it again. I like the 848 number. That's one of my favorite places to fill. I've always made money on this stock doing that. Use order. Limit 8.4. Let's try it. There it is. 46. Place it. There we go. Come on, let's see if we can pick that up. 846, man. I want it. Here, let me see there. To average flat or average down, either way is still progress in the long game. That's right. Look at that, 845. Hey, that's where I just filled. I'd show you, but I got this dang thing plugged in. I don't want to mess it up because I kind of got caught off guard. I didn't realize I was down so low on my charge, but that's all right. We're doing okay. We got it back up to 60%. There we go, 845. Come on, bring it, baby. Again, I'll take it. I love that number. There's 844. Now, that is a number that they do like. I'm going to do a market share here for 20. See if I can get it. Filled at 844. Filled at 844. All right. Hey, thank you for being here with me, all of you. I bought HASI 1070 and I sold some 25. The rest stay in at the dividend. Wow, golly. It's a nice ring up there. Nice one. Yes. The gray ones? No. They're honey, I don't know that. I don't think that you can check. I haven't looked in the laundry. I don't think there's any whites in there. I'm sorry. I don't think there are any whites in there. Well, if you need to go buy some, take my credit card. Oh, good. Oh, well, of course. All right, folks, and thank you for being here while we are at the bottom on SoFi today. Look at it down a whole 3%, whopping 3%. Yike. Oh, my goodness. Time to panic, everyone. Panic, 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 and buy. Panic and buy, right? That was easy. There you go. I hear you. HASI, man, and the gains are good. The gains are fantastic. Yes, indeed. Very cool. I got that up here, man. I'm watching it. HASI. I see where it is now. And I look at the 6-month chart, and man, good no Lord, I don't know when you got in 5 years ago. Wow, holy cow. $19. Jeez. Yep. Well, it was 5 years ago. You talk about me not selling. WBA on the rise. Talks about me not selling, holds the stock for 5 years, folks. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's go look at it. I hear you, heirloom cedar, right on. Oh yeah. Hey, I got the hearts back and stuff over here. I don't know what happened there. Yay. Woo, I can give everybody thanks and stuff again. That's kind of cool. I don't know what had happened to it before for a while. It just flat out disappeared on me. Now back. All right, cool. All right, let's go over here and see this one. This last one he's calling WBA. WBA. All right. And he's calling on this one to be bottom, but I'd be careful there. All right. Very, very, very careful. And WBAA. Hey, Warner Brother Boots, Walgreens Boots Alliance, WBA. All right, there we go, folks. Walgreens Boots Alliance. We're getting the call on this at the bottom here. Oh man, it peaked right there, didn't it? Doom. And there we go. But still red, folks. Trying to get green. Yep. I bought in August at 1970. Jeez, oh Pete. All right. Well, I hear what you're saying. And so I went and looked into the long term chart. And goodness gracious, it looked like it was a long time ago that it was at that price, but whatever. Not 5 years. I got you. Well, okay, so here we go. You're talking about this stock here, HASI, that I have pulled up right here. HASI, right there. Boom. HASI. And you're telling me that you got in at 1970 in August. Well, so I go here to the 6 month chart and I'm trying to see. Oh, there you go. Right there. Bam. Doop. Look at that, folks. Nice. Whoa. That was a dang good move. Johnny Jones, SOFI Invest is currently down going on an hour. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, I know. That's all right. I hear you, Johnny. No reason for us to be perilous here. It's time to buy. Look what the low was here just recently. We were seeing $8, 806. Remember? That was last week. In the beginning of the week, 806, three times 806 during the last 2 weeks. And now we're at 847, 40 cents higher, holding out. Yeah, I'll take that any day of the week, folks. That's called a gain in my book. And it's a gain in everybody else's book that bought with me at 789 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, 789, and we're right on up here. And folks, this is pure and simple. You're going to find out here pretty soon when I get over to these institutional holders that there's going to be more of them, even more holding. They're going to come in. Now, I want to ask you all. I got a lot here with me right now. I want to thank you for being here. And I see Spartacus. I was correct, and you're right. I'm with you, and I'm with you. I see the chart. I realized it. And but it was 5 years ago. It was back there, and then it made a real drop to that again. So congratulations catching that one. And that's what you do, bottom feeding folks right there. Their investment platform. Yep, I have had some stocks with 20 years. Yep. Well, hopefully one of those is Google and maybe Apple. And some of the other ones that are the big ones, the big players in this world. But hey, my goodness gracious, look at what we've got going on here. This is absolute bottom here. This has been tracing at this number now for about 20 minutes. Mm, yes. And I am just encouraged even more by that kiss of energy I just got from my beautiful. So we are going to see this thing now. That will be translated right into the SoFi stock. And boom, up it goes, just like I'm lifted to the clouds. So, hey, folks, thank you. I am very bullish on SoFi. I am too. I am too. Very, very bullish on it. I keep telling people, even on these drops, this is doing this for a purpose and reason. And wait till you see where this is this afternoon, folks. What do you see after this accumulation is over? We're already at freaking 9 million shares and we haven't even hit 11 o'clock, folks. This is going to be a big share day. And these are all, this high volume here morning is all profit taking volume. We're going to see the profit making volume come in when we're at 26 million shares this afternoon. And it's going to be from this number here. You'll see. Mark my words. Mark my words. Okay. And I only believe that because of the amount of volume that we're here at and seeing how big they're coming at it with these attacks. And what I mean by that, if you can come in here, let's pull out this 1 day chart and let's get in here, or we can take a quick look at it by refreshing this page. I want to thank you for being here with me. I am not a financial advisor. As I always remind everyone, I just look at the charts. Speaking of charts, I'm loading up the 1 day right now to take a look at this very closely to see what they've used in candlesticks and volume to get this thing down. And here we come in and see. Look at all these sellers. What are they scared of? They're not scared of anything. Okay. They're not scared. They're not selling on this news, and there is none. So this is not, you got to understand that, folks. These people aren't scared. All right, here we go. Here's the first one that was big, and that happened exactly at 10 o'clock. They decided at 10 o'clock to strike the attack bell, and they came in and they sold $1.5 million worth, more than that, 2 million the next minute. The next million they sold $3.25 million worth. And man, they're just standing over the fire throwing money away. I'm telling you, it's good money after bad. Here we see more, 1.5 million the next minute. Then someone came in, bought $2.5 million worth, thinking, well, right there, that's a good number, 861. They came along with me right there. Someone came in at 861 with me there. And that's a good buy point because we're going to make money on that buy entry anyway. Then look at this, a $2.75 million sell at 10:06. And then they came at it here again right at the time, 10:45. 524,000 shares, which would result about $4.2 million. And so you see how they're going about it and the methodology, how they're trying now. And now after that, that got them down to where they feel comfortable, 844, 845, 846 number. And then they try to ride it there as long as they can and accumulate. So right now, here they are buying in accumulation. Each minute that you don't see these candlesticks down at the bottom where you really can't see them, that's them just buying and accumulating. Okay. And then you'll see somebody say, okay, enough monkeying around. They'll come in and they'll buy, $4 million worth, and up it'll shoot to 852. And it'll happen in an instant. It'll shoot past because they're going to pick up this very low price right here. And they might even be holding out for what they know and see every day, the lunchtime low. But I think it already just hit the lunchtime low today, just then at 846. That's the lunchtime low. And that's what I call. I could be wrong, but I think that it's going to continue to spiral on up from here. And I want to thank you all for being here with me, those of you that tune in and listen to me. And as you can see, we have definitely hit the bottom. And look at it right now. You can see it starting to climb off of that. If I refresh this page, 847, 848, 849, right on past the numbers that we just got in. And congratulations to those of you buying here. It's a great deal at 3% down today so far. Right? Right? Yeah. Well, I say that because you can see here how they're working this. They created a false platform there, then took it on down, made it look like a false platform and recovery, then another double dagger, that is. And then here we saw a false bottom there with a climb to 849, and then boom, back down. And that's it, folks. This is going to be where the level of resistance is. And you can see it's very, very stubborn and resistant at this price. And so this is where you come in. And then you just wait. And then you buy it again at 849. And if it crosses over, you buy it at 855. And then you just keep accumulating as it goes right on up, folks. Yes, indeed. A very, very bullish on SOFI. And many people are there. Johnny Jones. Thank you for being here with me. And as well, all of you others that are listening in on what's going on. Because you know that I follow these things very closely. Right now, we're seeing this SOFI technology stock on a move up very nicely. And I'm very happy to see that occurring. And I expected it. And ever since it was down at 789. And this is not going to go overnight. I told everybody this doesn't happen every single day, up, 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 up. There'll be days when they pull it back. I've gone back to the May the 15th date on the historical data to prove that. There were a couple of days where they knocked it back 12 cents and they knocked it back 4 cents. And, but that didn't matter. It just kept right on going up, and it's not going to matter today, other than today's a good buying opportunity. We don't usually see them get it this far down, so good for them and good for us. Yeah, good for them to be able to buy in here along with us at this great price. As it makes its way on back up over 10 soon, and 11, and then 12, and right on up. Especially, folks, this is something you got to be profiting on every day. Now, I'm looking at some others across the top here to see how they're doing, if they're at the very bottom. And we're looking at this one in particular. Oh, yeah, RBT. Very nice. That looks good. I told you when it was down 11%, get that, you'd already be up 2% right now. Oh, yeah. And here's another one that's been a play by Spartacus. I want to bring to your attention. AUPH. Good call. Good move on that one, Spartacus. Yeah, cha-ching. Let's do it. Let's give them the kudos for AUPH. AUPH. Spartacus call. Yes, indeed. Enter. Yep, AUPH. Boom. Spartacus called it. He did, folks, and you can make some good money on that one there. This one as well. He called out yesterday as well. Kimchi bacon. How was the Mexican grill? Oh my God. Oh, thank you, Kimchi, for asking. It was absolutely incredible as always. I never get let down. It's always 100% satisfaction guaranteed. The Ismail special with the added pulled pork. My gosh. I actually ate the whole thing this time. I didn't eat a thing. Stock's not looking too great today. No, they're not looking great. Well, some of them are. The ones I'm showing you now, hey, look at this one. Boom. How do you like that? AUPH. You could have picked that up yesterday. You'd be up 3%. You could have picked this up yesterday on Spartacus's call. This one here, AMC, look at that, down 21%. Public share offering. Ugh. All right, we're over here. BTI growing. It looks like it could get on up there again. Looking at another one that was called yesterday, 3617 on INTC. Double bottom right there. You can see 1, 2, actually triple bottom on it. Good place for entry. This one looks good today as well. We're looking at the 6-month chart there, but here's the 1 day. It hit the bottom right there, a double bottom there, and now a double bottom forming here. So just watch it close. SLG might be a good place to come in there. And here we are on this one, 6-month chart, HASI. Our friend Spartacus got in on this one. Look at this at 1970, sold just now, made good money. Yeah, that's a nice gainer. Congratulations. Cha-ching. Right on. And folks, you can all be benefiting from taking a look closely at some of these other stocks that I show each day because some of them really do make big moves. And some of them are good buying opportunities when I point them out. And many have already learned that from buying SOFI with me in the fours, right? Fours, fives, sixes, sevens, eights. We've done it many times. And there's been certain times when we've sold. I'll point out to Spartacus that there have been times, even last week, I told everyone when it was in the getting to 888, I told them, folks, 878, 887, correct me. I said, put in your sell orders at 887 because you may not get 888. If it hits that 888 high, they're going to try to make sure it doesn't go beyond that. That's the number they love. And I explained that all, and many people sold with me at 887. So good for you if you did, because now look where we're buying it again right now today, and where we've already bought it even since then lower. So we're good. We're all doing good. Some of us sold at that 887, bought back in at 8. What was it? Let me look at this after 887 to make sure I get this right. Let's go back here. Historical data. Oh, we don't have that up. We're going to go over here and add it. Yep. And WBA, folks, starting to make gains. Watch that one closely. It might break into green here. That's a good one, possibly. But SOFI, I want to get the historical data. Oop. Yep. Let's see. There it is. 887. And then buying back today at 843. Nice. Dang. That's what you do, folks. That's how you make money in this business. What we're doing. Day trading. Right? So congratulations. Yep. There are times we sell, Spartacus. Kimchi bacon, average price for SoFi currently 879 for you. All right. Hey, don't worry about that number, my friend. That thing's going to dissolve away. We're going to see that thing be gone here very soon. This is just a down day across the whole market. And the move is down. They are saying on I went to the finance homepage, and the thing that I find is kind of funny and interesting about it is they're saying the move is going down because of inflation fears. Stocks slide as worries about inflation revive. Even though just a week ago they were saying the government has determined inflation is cooling. But they put up this as the headline is why everyone's worrying that inflation's revived. All right, whatever. Okay, good for you. That's what you think. Now, that is true that fuel is up today. Gasoline is rising, and that's not a good thing for us, as I saw. Well, it actually is down now a little bit. It has been rising here on us, and they were cutting production, an announcement of cutting production over in the Middle East. So That's good timing for the fuel gas prices to go through the roof on us even more than they already are, which many are right on the brink of not being able to put gas in their tanks now. Yeah, I'm talking about it now. That's right, Jay Reezy. Oil prices. Yep, gasoline, and an announcement of the cutback by the people overseas that say, "Oh, we don't need that much money anymore. We don't need to sell any fuel to. We're gonna cut back production." You know, well, okay, you can do that if you want, but there might become a time when those in the places of power decide that they just aren't going to monkey around anymore, and they want the oil, and they'll get it whatever way they want. And that's what happened over there in the rule of Saddam Hussein. Said, "I'm just done monkeying around over here. I'm going to go take Kuwait and just take all that oil up." And we saw what happened after that. But an even more powerful company said, "No, we're going to keep that oil protected." AXSM is going again past the. All right, all right, AXSM. Let's go look at it, folks. We'll run over here real quick. First, I'm going to move this back over to my SOFI range. I like to keep them all together. There we go. And I usually keep that in the second position. My chart in the third. I want to look at this chart before I go over there to look at that AXSM, though. I want to see what's happening right here. From 11 to 11:15. Yes, indeed. A convergence is happening. We'll see what happens here. I don't see any way this drops down below this line here. That's not going to happen. This thing's turning, and you can already see where the RSI is down here in the low 40s. So there's no way it's going to drop much more. Good for you if you got in with me there, because this thing's going to pop and it's going up. It's going up, up, up. AXSM. All right. AXSM. Oh my gosh, look at this. BMR now down 12%. A good buy opportunity possibly, but this has been attacked very heavily. Look at that street, that big attack number right there. Big short attack on BMR. So might be a good place to come on that, but be careful. Looks like someone's got it in their sights. Agro has hit the bottom. Down 3 cents, folks. Come on in. Water's fine. Agro at 11:52 is where I would call you to come in on that. Agro at 11:52. I'm going to write that down here so you know I told you agro 11:52 one day on 9/6 11:52 agro. All right. Writing these numbers down, and I want to see what's going on with one that I got SOUN. Then we're going to get over to yours. And you're the one that brought this one up too, Spartacus. Sound hard. Sound hound. Sound hound. And down a smidge. Down a smidge as well. All right, but we're keeping an eye on all these. We're keeping an eye on them for sure. We're keeping track of the track record is what we're doing. 847. Folks, if you're not buying this stock right here after it's been sitting at this number for about 30 minutes now, then you're going to miss the bottom, okay? You're missing it. There it is, 846, 847, 848. Did you see how fast that went through that sequence of numbers? 846, 847, 848. Even they tried to throw out the 846, they just all got snatched up just like that. Yes, this wasn't me who sent it. Okay, AXSM. Got it. All right, AXSM. I know that one wasn't for sure. AXSM. Axum Therapeutics. Okay. Well, we'll see. I see it's trying to get over 80 and stay. It's very, very close. Man, that's a line of resistance it just doesn't seem to be able to get over, but it's traveling now. If it bounces right here, then that would be good. And then you could look for travels on this to stay where they are from But it's hovering in a 50-cent range right now, trading sideways more or less. Seems to be a lot of attention on it, especially at this number. A lot of attention. Somebody doesn't want it pursuing or going beyond that 80 number. So, but I got my eye on it. That's a good one. We'll keep an eye on it. If it breaks 80, I'll come in. 848. There we go. 849 now. All right. Yes, indeed, folks. Well, I'm afraid you're not going to get your Spartacus. You're going to have to change that 833 bid now. This is the bottom. All right, you're going to miss it if you don't get it at this price. Just go ahead and change it to a market order. Pick it up at 848 or 849 because it's going to toggle here for a little bit and then jump 49 to 50, and then you'll be over 50 and 51, and everybody else will then be added into the pot, and then they'll be all trying to keep it from running out of hand, but they won't be able to stop it because look at here, we're almost at 10 million. 10 million shares. Man, how many shares did we have yesterday sold? 18 million and 17 million the day before, and we're already almost at 10 million. You got to understand what manipulative volume to take people's shares looks like, and this is it right here. This is it. All right. They're coming at this very, very, very heavily. Yep, and there's 850. I called it, did I not? It's going to toggle 849, 850, 850, 851, and then toggling right on up this afternoon, right on up to all everyone's mistake because they've accumulated. They've been accumulating here. This is what I said. They drove it down on this big spike there, and then there's their accumulation point where they just buy, 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 and keep buying. And then finally they run out of everybody's shares that want to give away or any fear. And when the fear runs out, it's all over, folks. It's cha-ching time. When the fear's all gone, the price will carry on. It's my call. Thank you for being here. Yep. AUPH. You didn't call AUPH, Spartacus? Oh, let me see here. Yeah, you did. I got it down here under Spartacus. AUPH. You called that. And I put a star by it when it was at 976. That was the price when you made the call. Nice call on that one, folks. Look at this thing going. AUPH. Looks very good, very strong. So I bring it up again for you might to get some of this, and as it continues to climb, and it may not, it might pull back from here. I don't know for sure, but I do like that look of that right there. SOUN, Is Ariana Pharmaceutical stock outpacing its medical peers? No new news on it, but man, it looks good. I like that one too. I like that one too. Yes, I do, but I like this one more. I see it hit the floor, and that's when I and you bought more. And now it's time for us to score, score, score. We're gonna make a lot of cash off of SOFI as it dashes. Oh yeah, and other stocks and markets crashes. Look at it climbing. What timing? Who knows why it's doing so? Why does the price carry on like this? Well, there's just no way people can resist a bargain when they see it. And this is truly what you got going on right here, folks. And look at the buying going on as the price rises. All fake shares just start to dissolve away. And then the reality hits and starts to take over. And that is there aren't really any very, very many shares left to be snatching up at these low prices. Just think of all the people that bought them up just 4, 5, 6 days ago, 7 days ago at 806. 806. And now where sit we? And many of those were shorting it at that number, thinking they're going to get it back into the sixes. You know how many people there are talking on the message board on Yahoo about, oh, I can't wait till it's back in the sixes, 650, fours, and all these numbers they throw around. Folks, that's not going to happen. Those are all FUD talkers and dream wishers. Uh-oh, I hear rainfall. Let me check and make sure I don't have anything sitting out in there that's going to get rained on. Hold on. Be right back. yeah, we got a deluge, and I did rescue some things I have outside, so that was good. And look at this price just going right on up. Well, Spartacus, and yeah, I hear you. SOUN. I just looked it up. I saw where it was. It's down. It's down a little bit, and a good time to be buying it. I said, come on in. The water's fine. This thing's going to run right on back up over 250. My guess is, and this is again manipulation. Look at that right there. There's the biggest hit right there to get it to the lowest where they started buying it up. And there you go. Happens all the time. Happens every day. That's what I'm here to tell you, and that's what I got to say. You can see the price here on SoFi. It's going to toggle. And folks, don't be surprised to start seeing this thing spike up more than a penny at a time. All right, that's what I'd like to see happening here, because if that starts kicking in more, I will be adding to my position. Right now, I'm getting close back up to 7,000 shares. Right now, the last time I looked, I was right around 6,100, and I'm holding on to them until this catalyst, this news breaks, and this thing shoots up so fast, people's eyes are going to pop out of their head, and that's where we'll be selling. I'll tell you the numbers where you should probably go, what highs we're looking forward to attain on the next run up, and it's coming our way, folks. SoFi Technologies is attracting investor attention. Yep, I'd say, and the last one they said was interest, gaining investor interest. And I thought, you bet they're gaining interest, because they're starting to get money payments. Interest is accruing right now as I speak in all those student loans, right? So yeah, there's interest all right in SoFi. You bet there is. And there's a lot of interest in SoFi, okay? Because they had made student loans was one of their biggest markets. That was what they started out doing when they borrowed their money and had Morgan Stanley backing them up with a fund beginning, and shares that they attributed to Morgan Stanley. And so Morgan Stanley's definitely invested in this company, and they're a believer in this company, even though they downgrade it. All right, yep, they do. No big deal, though. All right, here we come, 11:15. Are they going to try again? No, it's resistant to any efforts to knock it down. Just gets gobbled right up. And yeah, this is what I expected to see happening here. I'm very grateful for you that are participating here with me, and I appreciate it, Kimchi. If they raise the interest rate, that gonna hit hard. Yep. Oh yeah, Kimchi, I hear you. But they already said that they were going to possibly. So that's why I say it won't hit so hard. Because on the last report, they said, folks, it's not impossible for us to have to raise it another, maybe even twice before it comes down. So they warned everybody, and I'm glad they did. They let everybody know in advance, and that takes a lot of the pop out of the gun. That takes a heck of a lot of pop out of it when they say, don't be surprised if we come at it with another raise. They're not, and then people, guess what? They're not surprised, right? They're not surprised. So I'm glad that they said that. And then plus the benefit of that is if they decide, oh, well, we don't need to, after looking things over closely, and they say, we don't need to, well, then that even helps us even more. So I see a win-win for us either way. And look at SoFi just resisting, drop that 849, can forget about it. Now 852, just seconds later after that one last ditch throw out, these people are throwing a lot of money away to try to hold it, and it isn't going to work for them. It isn't working for them. Not working for them at all. And you'll see what starts coming in here in real volume. I'm looking at these other ones. PBR is going to be huge. Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. That's what that would be here. Maybe we're going to look at it and see if it is. All right, let's go over here. Goodness gracious, look at what we got going in here. Look at all these green candlesticks. Since 11:12, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And folks, we have a 3 to 1 buys versus sells here going on. 3 to 1 buys versus sells. All right. PBR. Yep. All right. Let's go take a look at it. And some of these, I look at them all, PBR. Yep. Petróleo Brasileiro. All right. Petróleo Brasileiro. Aha. Petróleo Brasileiro. Okay. Well, you can guess where this is. This is a Brazilian petroleum company, and they are currently trading at 14.93 a share. Looking over their year estimate chart, very nice and a good gainer, and it should be. Don't expect that to drop. Look at this, a double moving average crossover right now on this chart they're showing. Going over here, I'm trying to look down here what they won't let me show. Come on, there. Look at these revenues. Whoa! Holy crap. Man, price turning. Man, this is a good one here, man. You got one here. PBR. Good pick. I like that one. All right. Boop boop boo. I'm gonna buy some of this. I'll buy some of this. PBR. I'm going to buy some of this. 14.92. Yeah, I like it. Good call. A gradual gainer, but it's been steady. Man, that's been steady. Look at that year to date. You see where this was, folks? Look at this. 963. That's growth. That's called a growth stock. PBR. Up 13 cents today. 9.6. All right. That one I'm going to pick some up of right now. You got me on that one. I like that. I like the looks of that. That company knows how to make money. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, I do like this one. I like this one a lot. Yep, I like the look of that. When I see one that I really am encouraged by, and that chart to me, that looks like you can't. That looks like a no-brainer, really, pretty much. So, and I want you to point out another thing here. If you look at the year to date, see how it dropped into this low here, and it's building a platform right there, and that's why I like it here at this price. Okay. All right. All right, I'm going to put my buy order in on this one right now, 11.28. I'm going to try for 14.90. Review order in place. I'm not going to go heavy on this. I'm only buying 20 shares of it. Okay. And we got that 14.90. And let's try 14.89. Review order and place it. Try and catch that one. All right. Thank you for being here with me, everybody. As we look at some other ones here, I'm very encouraged by that stock there. And I'm going to keep an eye on that. I think they already bought 3 times for dividend 11.2, 12.3, 13.1. Okay, good. Well, good. Yeah, that one looks very, very strong. I like that chart. And I like the petroleum, and being that they're cutting back overseas, that this is going to make a new move, perhaps even more to the upside. So good. I like it. I like where SOFI is right here. It's been trading sideways for a long time now, almost over an hour. It has already popped a little bit and trying to drop it again, but folks, it just doesn't want to be, just doesn't be any stomach for selling it here. Nobody seems to want to sell it. They just want to hold on. And that's good. It's very good for us with the Dow down 195, the NASDAQ down 145, right? We're holding up all right. Don't worry, folks. Everything is this is the way the whole market's moving, and it's moving in a good direction here for us, this looks like, when I look at that chart. Looking at some other ones here, AXSM. This was one called out by our buddy from overseas, Orlando. Yep, Spartacus. And he says this one's a good one, looking good right now. This one's at the bottom, I think, and I told you to get in on this one possibly. Look at the amount that's down percentage-wise, 13%. Yippee yahoo for them. For them, RBT still improving off that low. I told you that was the low right there, and you should have come in on it. Turnaround. Not sure when Noto will chat at bank today. Hope it helps. I think I remembered seeing that when I first saw the report on him going to be making this, that I think that it was right after closing. I think it was right after closing, like 4:30. I'm almost certain. Tyson Durfee. Anyone know what day this month TSLY pays their dividends? Spartacus. UVV is climb. I'm close to that position. Spartacus. Do you know anything about TSLY when they're paying their dividends? We got a question here by Tyson Durfee. See if we can get an answer to it. Yep. All right. I like that. Yeah, for sure. Right on, Spartacus. We like the dividends. All right. And we're looking at a whole bunch. Look at all these windows I got open across here. Goodness gracious. SOFI institutions. Looking at that. Still holding 695. Strong. No change in institutional ownership. I know a lot of you like to keep track of that, and I do as well. And there is no change on institutional ownership right now. Close that out. All right. Let's get over here. Close this out. Boom. Goodbye to that. All right. And goodbye to that. Ooh, goodbye. All right. And we refresh. Just check a look here. All right. Hey, I want to thank you all for being here with me. I appreciate it while I just do some brief checking around here. And I want to thank you very much for your presence. I do very much appreciate it. And so now I'm taking a look here, and I'm just going to keep track of this very closely. All 16 of you, thank you for being here. And do you know, anyone know what day of the month TSLY pays their dividends? And maybe we can figure that out and be helpful to one another. I appreciate what all you're doing, all you're sharing. And yeah, look at SOUN now. Yep, it definitely hit the very bottom, folks. And a good buy, as I said, to come in there at that point if you did. And yeah, making a nice recovery, and it could go green. So that was a good call on SOUN. Yep, yep. It definitely was at the bottom. Catfish called that. Hopefully got in, just like SOFI was. And now you can see, folks, this is going to break now over at this time of day. Is a very unusual time for us to hold up so well and already be turning north and from off that low that they just tried again. Folks, congratulations. 843 is going to be today's low, and that is lower than yesterday's low. But guess what? Look at the whole market. The Dow's down 200, NASDAQ down 147, Russell down, all just on news that I call pooey news. Pooey news. People aren't scared of inflation. People have hacked through the prices even being higher on everything, and they're starting to come down. Milk's come down. Eggs are starting to drop again to reasonable prices. We're starting to see. Don't talk to me about inflation, Yahoo, and don't try to make up reasons why the market's falling. It's falling because it's of you, partly, in your stupid headlines about inflation that they just said was cooling off a week ago, right? Pencil Man, I've been buying SOFI since 2001, and I own over 10,000 shares, and September and October have been brutal for SOFI shareholders, so don't be surprised if SOFI goes below 8 by the middle or end of September. And don't be surprised if it goes over 10 either, people. All right? I'm just going to tell you, because it's been beat down from the last high over 32.5%. And the gain off that was only 10% so far. And I've already shown everybody here by this little piece of paper here that every time it's got to a new high and a new low, and you can learn something here, Pencil Man. Here's what you can learn. The price went from 544 to a high of 647, up 15%. Then from there, it dropped 23% to 494 only 8 days later. Then 6 days later, it was back up to 613, a 19% gain. And from there, it dropped from 613 on 11/15, just 3 weeks later, 30% drop to 424, the lowest it's ever been. And folks, after that, then you would have had to wait just a month and a half, and the price went up 48% from 424 to 24 people. Okay. All right. Then the price went from there on the 2nd of February to April 26, 2.5 months that went from 824 down 31% to 566. Okay. From there on earnings date, it jumped up to 654, up 13%. And 4 days later, they had knocked it down to $4.59. The price had gone down 29.88%. From there, 1 week later, it had gone from 459 to 560, up 18%. And from 560, dropped in 4 days on May the 10th to May 15th. David Chiapanzi Day, that review who said $2.50 value on SOFI made the price drop back down 20.5% to $4.45. Amazingly, within less than a month, it had gone up an incredible 56.5% in a month to 1023. The drop from there on the 14th of June was only 9 days from 1023 down, manipulated down to $7.71. That was a 24% drop. And folks, by that date, the 23rd, within 3 weeks, it was back up to $10.13, up 23.8%. You getting this? These swings are not these little swings I'm talking about. And that swing off of the 789 is going to take us much higher. That's my call, because this is a puny little gain of only 10%. And most of these, as you can see, are 25 to 35% ups and downs. So that's the way I feel. You can have your own opinion, and I welcome you for being here. Gators Rock TMT 2001, more like 2021. I gotcha. I'm sure that's a typo. Very good, Gators Rock. Yep. I didn't even notice it, but that's for sure. So anyway, isn't that enlightening to hear what these changes have been? And folks, had you bought, and I tell people this, only 100 shares of SoFi at $5.44 where it started, and had you sold at every high and shorted, then bought at every low and went long, then sold at the next high and shorted, then bought at the low and went long, you would have changed that investment of $544 into $21,885. And you would have done that in 10 months. In 10 months, your $544 would have equaled $21,885. All right. Just so you know, I'm just letting you know. And the average swing out of all those swings right here, up and down, the average is 25.48%. How enlightening is that for you, everyone? So just be aware when you have somebody who, and this is not false information that Pencil Man is providing. It's completely true that September's and October's have been poor in the past. But folks, this company here is getting ready, and people will know it. They're going to be breaking into profitability, and they're going to be making announcements between now and then. You kidding me? This company has how many new products in the last 2 years? I couldn't even believe my eyes when I saw the number. It was unbelievable. And so there got to be more announcements of other products and more innovations, other things that they're doing coming out in between now and them announcing that they have gone into profitability. And by then, the price is not going to be anywhere near the number that you just said. It's going to be double where we are now. Again, that'll be my call. And you can see right here that this is being very stubborn, even with the Dow, NASDAQ, Russell, all of them continuing to fall. Look how resilient we are at this number, folks. And this is definitely right here before lunch. This will be the lowest of the day, lunchtime low. I've been keeping track of the lunchtime low on this stock every single day. Every single day, I've been keeping track of the lunchtime low, and I'm going to keep track of it today. We're going to know what the lunchtime low was today. Yes, we are. So, and by the way, did you see how fast I pulled those numbers up there? Lunch low. Here we go. Yesterday's lunchtime low was exactly at 12 o'clock. They were able to get it down to 863. And so we can see that they're having a successful day on this market going down, and that should be the way it is. I mean, they could ride the wave down, we can be with it and we can buy at these lows. And that's what we've been doing. Some of us were already here, bought with me at 843, 844. So here we go. We're going to start accumulating more while they try the lunchtime low. So we're going to sit here and wait and see where it is. Folks, right now it is 11:40 in the morning here in where I am in Michigan. And I got quite a few people here with me. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you very much for being here. And I'm going to, for just a minute here, take a little break. Look at AXS. This is one that was called out for us by Spartacus. It's making a little pop. Some other ones. This one is definitely near the bottom here at 1149, 1150. Be watching for that one to go back up. RBT, it's steadily trading sideways after hitting that bottom, and I like that. That's called capitulation. I think it's going up. Oh my, and look at AUPH now breaking over 10 to 1013. That might be a number to sell it at. Okay, might be a number to sell it. Get out right there and get it back at 1008. Okay, just what I'm saying. For those of you that got in already on this lower, this would be a point where they're probably going to stop it. I'm just saying it. All right, 1013. You remember it. Here we go. Nice gain on you again today. So this is looking very good. AMC, oh my God, still falling. 26% down on the news of a public share offering. Look at this, BTI, maybe a good entry point here, folks. This was on a low. This doesn't move a lot up and down. If you look at the 6-month chart, it is on a pullback here. So and that correlates with this number right here on the fall. But now we're on the rise. All right, so that's a correlation. That right there. If it drops below this, get some of it. Okay. If not, well, it doesn't. INTC. All right. Definitely being run up, down, up, down. We got a double bottom there. Looks good to maybe make a move. And PBR, 1-day chart, still following along on a flat line, which I call accumulation. 851 now. SOFI starting to make its boost. There we go, folks, pushing. And look, watch what happens here. Folks, I tell you what, let me go and grab something to nibble on. Maybe I'll just get my Monster chocolate drink or something. But I'm going to have some nutrition. And my Cancun meal wore off on me, starting to wear off on me. But yeah, thank you for asking about that. Tyson, does anyone know what day this month TSLY is going to pay their dividends? This is the question. If you happen to be there, Spartacus, and you know, let me know. UVV is climb. I'm going to look at that one. He called out this one, and I didn't look at it yet. UVV. And yeah, SOUN looks good. Let's go to UVV. UVV. And I bought that SOUN, so it needs to keep climbing. Universal Corporation. Okay. Another good call. 3 dividend champions. Okay. So you know what this is. Spartacus was always picking these good dividend stocks to keep an eye on, and I keep an eye on them. I'll move that over next to his BTI. All right. And I want to thank you all for being here with me and seeing what's going on here. We're going to see this SOFI pop this afternoon, already starting to run up even as we come into the lunchtime hour, which is very odd. And everybody knows that and should know that. And I want you to see what's happening with the volume. I have a feeling we got some green candlesticks starting to pop in here, right now on the 1-day. So we're going to look at it. I already went and looked. I did not see any new institutional ownership coming in. But I'm going to tell you, I was very, very, very hop and hip on that news about the IPO coming up. Yep, that'll be a good day for us. That'll be a good day for SOFI. Look at these green candlesticks here, folks. What do we got going on? 1.5 million bought at 1140. 1.75 million bought at 1141. 2 million plus bought at 1142, folks. Huh. What the? Look at all those big candlesticks right there. Cha-ching. Oh, we'll be back up over 866 in no time, folks. So fast. People are not going to believe how fast this SOFI runs on them here, especially with it starting to gain already here, even at quarter till. You be watching it. Folks, let me do this. I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to put my picture bigger. And, well, I'm not. I'm going to just put King Cat back. But, yeah, I will. Give me a minute here to do some looking around. I'm going to get something to munch on. I want to thank you for being here with me today, everybody. I appreciate it. And I know there's other places you could be. Don't forget to like this video so it gets shared with other people. You know how these algorithms work. And let me just turn this over here for a little bit. And by the way, I think what I want to do is, I know I should highlight this one here. I like this one. So even though this is what, let's see here. Do. We're going to put this one on the top. We're going to pin this one, Tyson, so we can see if anybody can answer it for you. We'll pin this message. All right. There you go, Tyson. We'll see if anybody answers it for you. That's the pinned message today. And that way everybody will see it at the top of the stream and they'll know. But like I said, right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over for just a little bit. I will be back. Just hang loose and we're going to let King Cat run the show for a minute. There we go. Boop. All right, folks. Be right back. We'll leave this on here for you. am back on the scene and back in the mean. We got to figure out how to get this thing going. We got to get this SOFI flying, right? It's got to get some people buying. All right, King Cat is back. Hey, everybody. Yes, indeed. Let's get this thing on the road. Let's make this thing rock and roll. Let's get these. Oh, yeah, we got to get this rolling. Let's go see what's happening. Got back in here, and now we're going to put our display capture back up and see where we are right now. Where are we, folks? Where are we? Has it made its ascent yet? Yes, it's beginning slowly but surely to make a climb, folks. I want to thank you for being here, everyone. I want to thank you very much for your presence. I know there's other places you could be and hang. That didn't take me very long, I know, but one thing I'm going to be doing, though, I am going to cut this off here at noon today. I'm going to be trying to buy in, obviously, at the lowest at 12:20, but then at 12:30 today, I'm going to take another course. I've got to do some things, get some other business done. Every once in a while, I have to do a little bit of work around here, and it is starting to rain here on me. So I'm going to take advantage of that situation. In case you didn't know this, by the way, wait till a good saturating rain to go out and pull weeds. All right, just letting you know, Tyler's tip of the day. Wait till after it pours down rain to go out and pull weeds. And you will find that you will be so much more productive and you will save your fingers and your hands a lot of strain by using even the proper tools, including scuttle hose, I call them. And that's what I use as a scuttle hole. But if you're just going to pull weeds, folks, hand pull weeds, wait till after a very good saturating rain. And now, let's just see here. Asparagus AUPH is on fire. Orders to sell at 1025. Okay. AUPH. We've been looking at it. There it is, right there, folks. It is on fire. Woo! Nice. Good. Well, another reason, Spartacus, that I haven't sold SOFI is because it hasn't made a big run like this yet. It hasn't made a nice pop I can take advantage of daily, but it's going to start and it's going to build. This is going to be happening with this stock as well. So nice, very good, very good. All right. We'll ring the bell on that one. Woo! It's going to fill. A25's coming. I don't like that number myself, and I'll just tell you why, because I just don't like round numbers. I mean, well, I should say square numbers. I do actually like odd numbers to sell on. That's true. I actually often pick odd numbers to sell, more often than not, but not that one. I don't know why. But hey, let's see what happens. I want to see it hit that 1025. Yeah, let's just see that thing ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. Look at you. AMC continuing to saunter. Beat British. BTI still in a buying slot there, perhaps. Look at UVV. UVV. We got a 46.50. Hey, look at the volume on this thing, folks. This is a high price stock with very low volume, right? And I'm not saying high out of this range. I'm not out of the range of the comfort of the people that are around here. I know there's a lot of people that can go in on any stocks that they want at any price, pretty much, because they have so much of this SOFI. And they're just being patient and they're waiting. We're going to be here with me on this channel. I can guarantee you. Gators, Rock TM 2001, more like 2021. Yep. Making sure I saw something flash down there. Hey, I want to thank all of you for being here with me. I'm going to click this right here. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you for sharing my channel with your friends, telling me about them. I appreciate it. There you go, Spartacus. All that for you on that call on AUPH, which I had here highlighted, of course. And so, folks, what I want you to know, though, is what we're going to do here is today's date is 9/6. We're going to write it here for the lunchtime low, whatever it is. 9/6, lunchtime low, whatever it's going to be. And we're coming into that time now. Now, what would be a big surprise, sold UVV at 46.5. All right, there we go. All right, okay. And my question, Spartacus, when you sell, do you sell all, or do you trickle out like I do? Question. Now I don't always trickle out. If I pick a number that I'm going for them to come out, I'll put my order there. Boom, just a big one, you know. But if it's on a rise like this, I trickle out. Just curious. Sold all.
Now, that being said, UVV is not a stock that I've had on this sheet before. I don't think. Nope. I've got IIPR, GES, SOUN, OHI, ILMN, TSLY. And someone was asking Spartacus, when are they going to be paying out dividends? Tyson needed to know if you can tell them when they're going to pay their dividends or pay their next dividends. I've got Agro, that's mine. OKTA, AUPH, and you said that one at 976. HASI, HASI. Don't know why I didn't write that price down on that one when you told me about it, but I didn't. MDLZ, and HASI was a good one. INTC, APLE, pays dividends. EOSE, and U. So I didn't see that other one you were just talking about, UVV, until today. But good. Nice call. You can see. Looks good. I'm glad you got out there, man. Congratulations, man. That's what you're here to do. 46 and a half. Beautiful. Yeah, good call. That's a good line of resistance. If you can get that, take it. Take the money and run, right? Yes, sir. Take the money and run. Well, anyway, like I said, folks, at 12:30 today, which is 28 minutes from now, I'm going to be stopping, and I'm actually going to go over to my TikTok channel, and I'm going to start playing some piano. I'm going to just have some fun this afternoon. Yeah, every once in a while, I like to do that, and I'm not that good on the piano, but I'm getting better, and I'm getting better with my folks on TikTok, and a lot of them I'm going to do a live performance today, and I'm going to let them make requests. All right, so if you want, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can come over to my TikTok channel right here, Catfish Tyler, Tyler Self 8. That's what I go by. What do you know? The number 8. And on here, I have about 10,400 followers on TikTok, and I am going to entertain them today with some live music. Today, I showed them the wisteria vine, the mysterious traveling wisteria vine. Pretty incredible, this stuff. And I'll just hover over this. Maybe you can see this. And heck, it's my video, so I should be able to show it to you. Let's just click on the dang thing, whatever. And maybe we can hear it. And maybe you can't because I have my volume turned off. But if you can hear it, but when I'll just illustrate it. This is the amazing wisteria vine. It has beautiful, big purple blossoms that smell really neat in the springtime. Those have all been taken down now and went away. But we also have toxic beans that will hang on this thing that look like green beans. So you have to be careful. Don't let children eat them because 2 little bean pods can kill a child. And of course, you don't want to eat one either. All right, here we go on the outside. I'm showing them how much this thing travels. Just look at this runner coming out off this thing. It's like 6 or 7 feet running off there. And folks, look at the bottom here where this plant started out. It actually started growing here at this base right here. And this little offshoot runner came off that pole, came up my plant holder, went right back up to defy gravity. And so there you go, my video on the wisteria vine, and one of the best traveling plants you can get your hands on, folks. And so there you go. I had a whole 185 people check that out so far in about a couple of, maybe an hour. I put it up and go. But bought more BTI. I think it's a good entry point. Yeah, I think that's a good entry point. I saw it. I've been looking at it. I'm watching it. And I also think this is a very good entry point for this stock right here with the Dow down 220, the NASDAQ down, and this thing holding up very resiliently at 848, my favorite number. And we've even seen 843 be the low where I bought some at 844, 845. So I'm buying all through that low today because why? Well, because I like to support my position and I own it. So by buying it at higher prices each time I come in, all I'm doing is making gains for myself, right? And everybody else here on this channel, right? I'm just helping it propel it moving up in little increments, even if I'm only buying 20 to 50 shares at a time. It's 20 or 50 shares more that went into an account of someone who's holding until this thing pops 30%. or even higher. And even then, I'm not going to sell it all. I'll do the same thing I did the last time. I'll sell about 25% of my position and hold the core. That's how I do it. Then catch one of each and every one of these 25 and 30% pullbacks. Catch every one of them. And I'm buying at these numbers every time that they pull back there. You watched me. I was buying at every pullback. I've been buying. And why I'm holding so many shares now. But hey, I'm not holding as many as Pencil Man. 10,000 shares. Nice. Yep. But I agree with what he said, folks, and that is the month and middle and end of September or whatever can sometimes be brutal on the market. But my sentiment, I have a different feeling about it, and I've shown people that, so I have a different feeling. And I could be wrong, but I think I'm on the pulse of the market overall. And by the way it looks to me, this right now would just be a breathing opportunity for the market because it has been on fire over the last week. If you don't believe what I'm saying, look here at the Nasdaq and look at the 5-day chart. So it was down to here and it ended up to here and had a good week, right? It did. So 13.9 up to 14, up over 14. And then here's the pullback today on fears of inflation. They should have had those when Biden took office. That's when they should have announced that, and the market, what has it done since then? And this was something that was called out by someone else who ran for the presidency, who I personally think had good reason to believe. There was a lot of oddities about that whole election and the way it all unfolded. And the I watched a lot of elections, folks, over all of my years since I was born, and I've seen a president announced the night of the election, except one other time, Al Gore Day. You all know about that and the hanging chads. But why do you just decide on it, this election to just stop broadcasting and say we're not going to tell you till the morning? Huh? Why? Why would you break the course of history for decades and announcing the president who won the election on the day of the election and then just say, well, we can't go any late. It's too late. You know, it's so late right now. Goodness gracious. I'm just exhausted. Aren't you? I think we should just wait and pick the winner in the morning. I mean, for God's sake, when the first election and we found out Trump won against Hillary Clinton, I was up till 2:30 in the morning, weren't you? Waiting for Hillary to come out. I wanted so badly to hear her speech of concession, which I never heard, and neither did any of her supporters or constituents. How can you believe that? A debacle of a, oh my God, geez. Yeah, well, if you happen to be a fan of Hillary and the Clintons, you're no fan of mine, I hope. I hate to say it, but I'm just disgusted by the way they've been imperialized and put above the law time after time, and how eyes are turned. And if you were to go in there into your computer and you were under investigation and you were to delete off your files, you would be looking at hard time. And any of you commoners like me would be. And these types of things that have been going on are just a slap in the face to intelligence and logic, and the whole world just makes you seem like it's just totally out of order, and just there is no order. There's no law anyway that applies to both sides. It's always one-sided. You got Biden caught at home with all of his files in his garage with his car. You got other things going on. Yeah, I'm talking other things right now. I don't always have to talk about stocks. I see in you. Yeah, I saw it. I've got it up here. I showed people a little bit ago, Spartacus. I showed them that. It's looking good today. And I've got it up here on my radar. I've got it on my radar for sure, as well as this one here, AXSM, I have on my radar. This one is still on my radar because it's not down, but they make this look so exaggerated. Look how much it's down. It's not even 0.5% hardly. So who cares? Rubicon, turning and going. It's going to run. It's going to blow right out of here. This number will be, these people that work here, they'll buy on these opportunities and push it right back up. They're not stupid. AUPH. Woo. Man, oh man. Nice call there. We make money here on this channel. If you're here with me, folks, that's what we do. We make money. All of these stocks, this is a buy opportunity here on AMC. I'm waiting for the bottom at 888. 888 AMC, buy some, folks. Okay. In Clark, preach, brother. You are spot on. Yes, sir. You're dang right. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that you got all these Fed. You can say, oh, yeah, the laptop, that was just Russian disinformation. And again, it's just an absolute insult to us. And who do we have running this place? You know, who's really pulling the strings? You know, and it's all a puppet show, isn't it? It's just a puppet show. Everybody acting. They're all actors. Sometimes I think this whole world is just a big acting stage for everyone to act on. All right? Yeah, Spartacus, I just showed everybody. You might be on a time delay with me, but I'm showing these to people right now. I just called them out. It's interesting, but you'll hear me talking about them right now. I just showed everybody this one here, these two, AUPH. I told them this was a good opportunity to get in on this one, AUPH, right? And you were the one that told them. You're the one that's been broadcasting these. I'm just sharing your great information with people on most of these that are good money makers. AUPH was at 976, now 1021. 976 when he called that one out. HASI was one he also called out on the 5th. And let's go see. I want to go to HASI now. I know I have it up here. Or I did. I might have moved it off because I got so many up here. There it is. There it is. I want to look at the 5-day. Okay. So this would have been right here. So we're looking at HASI, and I said, folks, I don't usually buy at the highs, but I looked at the longer term on this, and it looked to me like it was at the bottom here for sure. It was achieved, and now we got a gainer. So this is a breather right here. It's breathing a little today, and probably a place to get some of it. To be honest with you. But let's just look here where HASI would have been. I'm guessing got to get to the 5-day. I want to get the 5-day. So it probably would have been in this pullback that you told me about it. And I'm just going to say it was 24.57 when you mentioned it, HASI, because it was on 9.5 with these other stocks. And the price was 24.57, I'm going to say. But you've made good money on that one. I know, I think what you told me, and that's good. So, but yeah, now we're going to go back to the 1-day on it, though. It's down just like we are, isn't it? Look at it. And I'm buying here on mine, so that's a good place to buy on yours. UPST down. Look at here. RBT still being held. But right here, I want to look at this. We're going to watch this one because I think it's going to pop. I think it'll be defended by all the insiders that own it. There's a bunch of insiders and institutions that own the share percentage-wise. They own most of it. That's why I like it so much. And another thing is RBT, if you go down here, you can look, they actually beat the street the 2 quarters ago and beat the street the last quarter. All right. And look at their revenues going right on up. I like this company, folks. I'm telling you, RBT on this down day is a good day to buy it. And the reason why I'm going to show you folks, here's what it is statistically. And I thank you for being here with me. And that is this reason here. Because if you look at the inside ownership of this stock and held by institutions, you can see here 82% of the shares are held by institutions. And here, insiders, 63.49% held. These people believe in their company, folks, and they know how to protect. Can you imagine what it's like on Friday? They can just come and buy more stocks when this thing's hammered down, right? And run it right back up, all right? I'm showing you this because I think this is a great company, and it was at 32 cents 2.5 months ago. That's why I'm showing it to you now, all right? And if you don't believe what I'm saying, go over here and look at the chart, RBT, and put in the long-term chart on this. Here it is. And we're going to go to 6 months even. I'll do a 6 month. And I told you about this one here. When it was here, 32 cents, I told you. And look at that jump. It jumped all the way up to $1.73 for anybody that happened to cash in on that the first time. And it's time to make more money on it now as it makes this bottom again. See this bottom here, bottom here, bottom here? I'm telling you, they're not going to let this keep trounced. It's going to make a run again. Be ready for it. All right. You better be watching that one. And I was told by my friend overseas, Orlando, that you can't even buy that stock. It's not showing up on his, that symbol doesn't show up on there. All right. We're going to back to the NASDAQ though. All right. And then we'll refresh this screen. I personally really like the fact that now we're seeing this bottom here 40 cents higher than we did about a week ago. I'll just say it. Right. It's a very, very, very solid, discernible. You can see it very clearly, very well defined. There isn't going to be any more dropping. It's just going to be from here popping. Who knows when it may be stopping, right? But there will be blood dropping. And it will be very low and slow. That's the way the blood will flow. And it will go and go and go as more blood flows. And who knows how much blood flows when it goes, but it will go and much higher. At least that's to all of our desire. We hope SOFI catches a fire, and it will, and moving right now higher. You can see, you'll watch it from here until 4. It's going to go up. This is the floor. It can't be ignored. There's no place else to go but higher and higher. And this we'll all know. When we see it past 850, 860, more going over 9, you cannot ignore. It'll soon be hitting 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14, and on it will go. And I will just, that wasn't rhyming, and I'm going to stop now. But I'm having fun anyway, and that's all that matters. Hey, right on. We got to share in the good times we can. But folks, we're getting close to, in 13 minutes, I'm going to be cutting this channel off for a little while. I'm going to go, like I said, go over to my TikTok and do some jamming and play some requests for people today and lighten up a little bit. On a down day, you don't need to be down. When the stock is down, you don't need to be down. We're up on this stock if you got in 2 months ago with me. And if you didn't, you're going to be up on it in the future anyway. Don't worry about these down days. We have them. And they happen very manipulatively, if you ask me. Actually, especially when there really isn't any news. There isn't any news, but what they're trying to tell you is the reason. And that is inflation worries. If you've got inflation worries, like I said, those would have started probably about 3 to 6 months after Joe Biden took office, when you should have seen that it was starting to get worrisome. Okay. And it didn't get any better, and it hasn't gotten any better. And this was all predicted by, as I said, another person who ran for office of the presidency. And he said, if he gets in place, the market's going to drop. And I think that it's very obvious that if you look at it over the 5-year period, you can see what's happened since 2021, folks, and right on down, just horrible. And even when it tried to be resilient, make a move, right back, pop down. And folks, here's where we're at this point right here. I see the equal point right here that I see right there. And it's interesting that it's over almost the same term distance, right? I hope you can see that, everybody. I hope you can. Anyway, that's what I'm looking at, and that's what I see. So, and I want to thank you for being here with me, everybody that's here and sharing with me. AXSM. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at these things. I already saw, and I've got my eyes on them, and I pointed them out to everybody who wanted to take advantage of these, because they are making nice little moves, and very, very nice on AUPH. This is the one here, folks. This is the one here that's making the biggest move, and it's doing it on moderate volume. Okay. I like the price of this one too. This is affordable, folks. You can come in here with me on this one, and you can get some. I think it's a good place to buy it. It looks very, very, very sustainable. And let's look at the historical data. I'm just kind of curious about the amount of volume we're starting to see here build, okay, or decline. We're looking for either one. Oh, yeah, we've seen much higher volume here in the past, much higher. Look at that, 6 million shares. There's been some days, and this thing was up in the 11s. All right, yeah, I like it. Yep, and it sure does not look like any kind of a pump and dump. 907, 946, 980, 1020. We're seeing 40-cent gains, 34 cent, and the momentum's building here. You can see this 907 to 946 was a 39-cent gain. Here from the 39, you went 946 to 980, a 34-cent gain. But 980 is a 40-cent gain. That's even more momentum, folks. I like it. I like that one. I like that one, Spartacus. More than any you've got out there now. I'm saying that's the one. Agro, a good buy point here, possibly. Watch it. All right, RBT. I'm keeping an eye on this one, folks. I am for you because I've spoken to you as to why I think you should buy it here at this price, and you can do it or not. Don't go in heavy. I'm not telling you to go in and get 10,000 shares or 5,000 shares. Just get in there and wait in and then see where it goes. And if it starts rising, get on some more and more and just keep building on your position and keep adding to its value. Just watching AMC for the bottom. I'm looking for the bottom here. I thought we'd see 888 possibly, and I don't think now we will. APLE is in line. Okay. Yeah, I might have. It looks like I took that one down. APLE. I got all these up here across the top here. All of them yours. Yep. BTI. Watching it. I'm gonna move over here a minute. Of course, we've looked at this one before, and I have it written down. Okay. Well, it's a chinger anyway. Any day green is great on a. Look at the whole market down, folks. Here, the Dow down now 235 and continuing to taper off. The Nasdaq the same boat, and so you want to look for these types of stocks that are bucking the trend, right? That's what you're looking for. And by the way, when you look at these, each one of these I've looked at the long term. This one, folks, look at it hitting this resistance point right here. So I might be careful for a drop back because each time this thing has dropped back from 16, it dropped down to what? 1472. That's $1.30. From here, when it hit that number, 1575, 1450. That's 225 drop. Man, this baby's a swing trader big time. 1565, again, that level, we're over it now. Over that now, which is good. To 1436. So it's $1.30, $1.29. Being more resilient against the drops here, though. See these? See, they were able to really swing trade this thing, each one getting less and less, and now I like it. I like it, APLE here, because of what I see there to there. Yeah, that's a good one. It was at 1578 when he told me about it. Now at 1588. Pays dividends too, folks. So not a huge, major, big time fast mover, but I like this a lot. I do indeed like that. And historical data shows that this stock can do what as far as volume. Let's take a look. And they've beat the street. Beat, met, beat. Looks good. And a bigger beat the last time on their earnings. Oh, paid a dividend on the 28th of July. 29th of June, paid a dividend again. 30th of May, paid a dividend. 27th, paid a dividend. Those checks start coming to you in the mail. They're nice, folks. Sort of, so to speak. Coming to you in the mail. Yep, but we're looking right now here at SOFI 847. For how long now? Goodness gracious. And look at the volume, 12.6. We're already Yeah, we're already past where we've been at 2 in the afternoons many times. And all that volume was to, by the way, take it down. Now they're accumulating it here. They're just buying up shares. You'll see. Yep. 1625 on Apple. Okay. I understand that. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I hope you get there. We'll watch and see. But cautiously, if it starts to turn south, I would make a move real quick to get out because of those dollars 50 to $2 drops I've been seeing. SoFi can test 840 or above. Yeah. Yeah, I like it though. I like this. And I'm looking at the size of the buys here, 1,732,733,000 shares. You're talking $15,000 to drop 1,000, to get 1,000 of them. 16 really almost. But that chart looks good. This chart looks very, very good for a pop. SoFi looks very, very good for me, and the bottom is very, very solid here. And now the accumulation phase is over, folks. I call it at 12:26 p.m. Accumulation phase. Now we're going to start to see the profit making volume start to come in. Okay, look at the volume, and we're going to write down the lunchtime low today. We've been doing it every day, and we're writing it down again just to keep track of it. Lunchtime low 968. What was it? What did they get it to? 846 maybe again? Let's see. Ooh, right there. 847. Well, goodness. So they couldn't even get it down as low as they had it at 1052, 846. Why not? I ask you. Oh, I know why. Because they couldn't. Why didn't they? Well, because they couldn't. But they would have, right? If they could have. But they couldn't. So they can't. So they won't. Hope you like that. I run that by you all the time, and it seems like every time that I get to that point where I say that it's so true. It rings so true that they would have done it if they could have done it, but they couldn't do it. So now they can't do it, and they won't. They're trying real hard, but the point is, folks, the low already. What does it say here? 5 cents lower than where we are now. Right? Spartacus, IEP is green. INTC is making a move back up. Look at the point. They've got it down here. We got lots of catfish with us here, keeping our eye on ones to get in on and make some money on, hopefully, and not. And again, in any of these, I want you to know I am not a financial advisor, and I am just giving you suggestions, and I look deeply into the charts of these stocks. I look back, the first thing is to see, oh boy, man. Well, my friend, you got nerves of steel when you see a bottom at 2063 back May 25th or so, and then you see it break that bottom. Sorry, can't take it right now. Oh boy, I got 1 minute, folks, and I'm going to have to kick on out of here. Well, I'm not on that tight of a schedule, but I do like buying SoFi at the very lowest of the day, and that's where it is right now. And I already did. So I think that I'm okay and safe here to let you guys be on your own this afternoon while I take about a couple hours and do what I'm going to do, which is hopefully entertain a bunch of people and get some laughs and have some fun with people while I'm on the piano on my TikTok channel. And I feel very secure by what I see here right now. I like the volume level here already at this amount. When I've seen that at 2 in the afternoon, often here recently, so we're got good volume, and a lot of the volume was the short volume, obviously, and that short volume was just simply, trying to work it down for this accumulation phase. So that's what they're doing right now. In case you weren't aware of it, IEP is green. Okay, I'm gonna take one look at that one before we go, and then we're gonna be on our way out of here. IEP, yeah, there it is. Yep. But that one, boy, you got to be careful with. I like the folks that I see the double bottomed. I see it. Actually, a triple because you had one there, Spartacus. Good luck. Have fun. Thank you. Yes. I understand. Yeah, I see where the bottom was there at 2001 once, and then I see this bottom down here. Obviously, I hope you got in around there, 1976, and then here's the third bottom here again at this 2001, identical figure. So that would be a triple bottom on that one, Spartacus, and to me, and I'd say, yeah, I like triple bottoms. I always love triple bottoms. In fact, they're my favorites. When I third time's the charm is my rule that I like to use. So IEP folks, keep an eye on this one as well. Could be one to make some good money on, and to flip. We're not buying these shares and holding long. We day trade them. We get in, we get out. And right now, I'm very, 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 very confident seeing how long SoFi has traded here with 1.5 million or so trade and not even move a penny. To me, is excellent, meaning that there is just absolutely no desire to sell this for less, and everyone's buying it here, and then those shares will all dry up. Those are the ones I tell you each day. They usually average about 16 million shares to short each day on their stock. That's the short average, 18 around 16, or it has been. I don't know if it still is, and I'm not checking it, but you can go over to my friend Hurricane Lopez and he'll let you know. He'll let you know what the short interest is, and keeps a good eye on that. And there's others too. Stock Goat, go check Stock Goat's what he's saying. When you leave here, you can go over and look at some of these other channels, and these people know trading fundamentals also is one you should take a look at. So I thank you again for being here with me today. Thank you for all the good tips. And Clark, yep, I appreciate it. All of you that are still here with me, maybe, I don't know, Gators, Rock, thank you for being here. The DD Files, thank you. Tyson, Duffy, thank you. Turnaround, thank you. Kim Chi, thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody who's been here. Johnny Jones, Heirloom Cedar. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Cookies Code was here. Cookies Code 51. Thank you all for sharing in my time. And now, if you want, come on over to my TikTok channel, watch my live, subscribe on there, become friends with me on TikTok. And I'm going to have a good time over there trying to play songs people can that call out and request and see if they can even are recognizable. So there you go. All right, let me get this thing, get this page down here where I can pull up my OBS on this screen. And there we go. And boom, make it nice and big. And I just want to thank you again for being with me here today, everyone. I sure do appreciate it. I know, like I said, there's other places you could be, but I'm going to duck out here and go have a little fun. And if you want, like I said, I'm known as Tyler Self 8 on TikTok. Catfish Tyler there as well, because I do some stock stuff there as well. So that's it. I'm going to be on my way out of here and over to do a little jamming, or actually just playing. And that's it, folks. Thank you again for being here, and come on back again. Check me out. Don't forget to like this. Don't forget to hit the subscribe notification. And I want to say thank you to all of you. And I'm going to come down here, and if you're saying anything to me in the way of farewells, I want to just go ahead and make sure I give time to give the kudos back for any farewells. Thank you, Spartacus. Yes, I appreciate it. And everybody, I really do appreciate that you come here and listen to me as I talk about things that might be interesting to you. And there we go. I'm going to get on out of here now. And again, I do appreciate very much that you do tune in here on my channel. And I'm going to end things right now as soon as we say farewell, everybody. We are sure glad you were here today. And King Cat says, don't forget to come back again because we always are going to be here when the price hits the very bottom, right? And that's where we buy it. And you can't deny it. King Cat and Catfish Tyler want to say farewell to you all for now. And thanks again for tuning in. That's going to be it for our show today, everyone. And as always, we wish you all the happiness in the world. We hope that you have prosperity in your life, and we hope that you're in great health. That's the main thing. And lastly, before I turn to leave, I hope that you're surrounded with love. So that's it for today's show, everybody. Thanks again for being here. We'll talk to you soon. Toodles!